Mr. Colbert, you may begin.
Thank you,
minutes.
Mr. Chairman and members. It's good to see you again, but we have to stop meeting like this. My name is Paul Colbert. I'm here just on behalf of myself today, and I want to talk a little bit about the fiscal impact of this proposed legislation. As somebody who served as the budget chair of education for 8 years and has been involved in the budget process going back to the legislative session in 1975. Anybody who tells you that the money that would go to this program does not affect the money that would be available in the future for public education either has never been involved in the budget process or is not telling you the truth. During every session that I have been here, when you come up here as members, what you get is a draft of an appropriations bill, and the leadership has already carved out the full amount of money that gets to go to education. The only choice that we ever had was how much of that was going to go to pre-K through 12 education versus how much of that was going to go to higher education, and we could shift those things around. If you throw another education program into the pot, that's not going to grow the pot. It's going to reduce the amount of money that each slice gets because you've got a third slice that's going to have to be carved out of it. So what would the cost of this be? Both the fiscal note on this bill and the fiscal note on Senate Bill 2, which is not quite identical but is the same basic program, comes out to a cost in the second biennium of $7 billion for the ESA voucher program. It gets there by different means. It's 3.2 and 3.8 in the Senate bill, and it's 3.3 and 3.7 in the House bill, but basically it gets you to that amount. And that is based on the assumption that only 50% of the parents of kids who are either in private schools or in homeschooling would want to actually subsidize the costs that they are already paying by getting that ESA voucher. And personally, I cannot understand that. There are some other problems with the fiscal note on this bill, and I'd be glad to answer any questions about that.
All right. Thank you very much.